If we get raped tomorrow, they'll curse that day when our mothers brought us to this world. They'll say a son would have been a better choice, as if giving birth is equal to going shopping to buy toys, as if there are price tags on sons that say expensive but durable, while those on daughters say cheap but vulnerable. They'll drown the voices of our sobbing parents under their high-pitched opinions until our mothers and fathers lose their sanity. They'll say humanity has ceased to exist and then open their mouths to validate why. They'll express their grief and later bitch about us in disapproving tones. They'll say, but her clothes didn't cover her skin, she left her hair unpinned, I dissuaded her from taking a late evening walk, but she never paid heed to the clock. They'll brainwash others and make it all about our share in our victimhood rather than the crime. They'll rub salt into the wound and say it will be cured by time. And even before our loved ones discover the perpetrator's name, they'll declare that we have stained our family's honor with shame. They'll manipulate the matter, make it as smooth as the batter of a cake. They'll sprinkle some toppings over it, some hot gossips and piercing judgments, and cut pieces of it to devour over cups of tea. They'll talk about how women are not meant to be free. They'll ironically justify the act of violence, expecting from us obedience and silence. They'll embed an injection of guilt in a more sensitive way and give us the required dose until we begin to believe what happened to us was solely our fault, until we take responsibility for every sexual assault. Then they'll give us a painkiller. Emulating Lady Macbeth, they'll say in their patronizing way, what's done is done. Now take it as a lesson to learn. If we get raped tomorrow and our stories are heard in the news, they'll use the violation of our dignity as an example to teach their daughters what happens to girls who cross their boundaries. And when asked why that boundary doesn't lie within one side, they'll silently slip out at night. With bricks and stones that build a wall, they'll make it really tall. They'll make it look archaic. They'll tell their girls that ancient wall was built centuries ago and that no one should ever dare to cross it by stepping foot on it because it's unquestionably sacred. Then their sons will smirk quite a bit because while the wall was being built, they got lessons on how to fly over it. If we get raped tomorrow, some poets will use similes and compare us to innocent doves. Some will even use more metaphors and talk of us as warriors who fought for their so-called honor. They'll write lively words on a dead sheet, but always conclude their poems with our defeat. If we get raped tomorrow, they'll shame us instead of shaming the perpetrators. They'll subtly provoke us to commit suicide, but we will vomit the toxins they plant inside us. We will hurl that shame back at them. We'll not just survive, but also live again. We'll use strength, resilience, and self-love as an antidote to their injection of guilt. We'll join hands and set fire to the bloody wall they built. We'll write our own poems and narratives without letting obedience and silence be our curatives. We'll fight for justice no matter how many thorns come our way. We'll raise our voices when they turn a deaf ear to what we say. It will be difficult, but we'll try to live. We'll try to heal. We'll try to deal with exhaustion and self-doubts. At times, they label our concerns as unnecessary fuss, but we'll try to get this world rid of everything that makes it a nightmare for women like us.